a special presentation of the Festival 3 Preview with your host, Les Reed.
Hello there. This is day number 2 of your free festival preview. Hello, everybody. I'm Les Reed. Welcome back. How about that Casino Royale? Great movie. David Niven. Hello, everybody. We have got that type of quality programming that's coming to you in the next couple of days. You can sample and expect. You know the nice thing about comedy on Festival? It's the type of comedy that doesn't offend you. And, of course, the stars that you can really laugh at. That's the quality that we're talking about. Now, we're giving you the opportunity to sample this quality programming, but I want you to notice that it doesn't have that extensive, too much sex or excessive language. These are the things that you, the viewer, have been asking for in a good premium service. They're yours in Festival. There's no silly teenage plots. You won't find them here. But there is great programming for the whole family. Programming that you can trust. That's what Festival is all about. Would you like to have it? Based on the way our phones continue to ring, we know you've been looking for this kind of programming. 1-800, see the number on the screen, 982-0200. That's the number that you can call right now. And I've got to tell you, there might be a local telephone number on your screen, and we're hearing from folks across the country. In fact, if you're in Appleton, Wisconsin, you've got the folks at Cablevision of Fox Cities that are bringing this festival preview to you. Call the local number on your screen, and you can hear about the special offer and how you can save money when you get that installation made of Festival. Now, it's a limited time only, so call today. You know, Festival has movies of today. Not all of the movies. They're carefully selected. Festival has got that high standard to live up to for you. That's why if you've had a premium programming service before and you disconnected, or perhaps you've never tried a premium programming service, Festival is your cup of tea. You're going to find the content of the programming each and every month is what you'd like to have to pick and choose, the variety, the selection. I know you're going to find it a great addition to your line. In fact, let me show you. Here's what's coming up on Festival. Watch.
In October, welcome home the best of today's quality movie hits with Festival Today. 30 years ago in war-torn Greece, a mother made the supreme effort.
Escape? Are you mad? With children?
And the supreme sacrifice.
You're charged with organizing the escape.
Now her son is searching for the truth.
She was tortured. We're going to have a trial.
Who gave the order?
You're going to confess your crimes.
All I did was to help my children escape.
John Malkovich, Kate Nelligan, the true story of Eleni. Then, a murder too horrible to believe.
You think I killed my wife? Prove it.
You're never going to get him off.
If you didn't do it, I'll get him off.
You want people to say you think he could have done that to his own wife.
She is his lawyer and his lover.
He's innocent and you know it.
But is she the next victim?
He is not a psychopath. He is an Iceman.
Glenn Close, Jeff Bridges,
A guy like him, you never know.
Jagged Edge. And Glenn Close returns as a respectable married lady who has a problem.
I was possessed by Maxine Malone.
Now, possession is a very shadowy area.
Maxine Malone was in my body and you slept with her.
I think I told her to leave.
Glenn Close, Mandy Patinkin, and Ruth Gordon in Maxine.
See you later.
Then,
This is London.
he had the courage to bring the war home to America.
I issued a direct order, damn it. Now, why did you go up in that Lancaster?
That's where the war is, Bill.
And the integrity to become the conscience of a nation.
I want everybody to know that Edward R. Murrow is CBS News.
And he became a television legend.
This is going to be a tough one. After tonight, they're all going to be tough.
This is a business, for God's sake.
Is that all we are, Bill?
Daniel J. Travanti in the true story of Murrow. The great movies of Festival Today. Quality entertainment you'll welcome home all month from Festival.
Boy, look at that lineup for Saturday. Who said Saturday night was the loneliest night of the week? When you've got Festival in your home, you've got the opportunity to see, well, the show coming up next, Murrow. It's an exciting film, story about Edward R. Murrow, and Daniel J. Travanti is the star. If you'd like this kind of entertainment in your home, you can call the number on the screen, 1-800-982-0200. Or, as I mentioned to you before, many of the cable services across the country have a local telephone number, and you can call and hear about the special offer that they have to have Festival installed. You know, Festival is created for concerned families. And I know you're going to find this a terrific addition to the types of programming that you get from your cable service, except you can always trust the programming that comes up because it's carefully selected. It comes without all that gratuitous sex and violence. And again, if you'd like to have it, you can call the number. In fact, while you're calling, let's take a look at what you're missing, or you might hear a word from your local cable company.
Have you been getting your recommended daily requirement of comedy lately?
No!
Well, all the comedy you need is right here this October on Festival.
Great!
First, meet Rob Salinger, a happily married man with a simple request.
Come on, Mickey, just one child. A small one.
From his very busy, career-minded wife.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That won't do. I'll have to call you, okay?
Enter the other woman. She was everything Rob wanted.
Funny, pretty,
and
Pregnant.
I've never been happier in my life.
until
I'm pregnant.
Dudley Moore, Amy Irving, and Ann Reinking star in Mickey and Maude. Then,
Watch this.
My God.
Guess again.
George Burns is delightfully diabolical.
I love to scare the hell out of people.
He's a very classy demon,
He dresses up in fancy clothes and he runs around pretending he's an agent.
bargaining for a rock singer's soul.
Why did I fold? I put the fear of me in you.
It's Burns versus Burns
Nuts.
in Oh God, You Devil. And Peter Sellers, David Niven, and Deborah Carr are all part of a wacky, mixed-up search for the real James Bond. It all happens at the Casino Royale, so tune in for a belly full of laughs. All this month on Festival.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
You move like a baboon.
More powerful than a locomotive.
You move like a pregnant yak.
Able to leap from the Statue of Liberty in a single bound.
Sounds good to me.
Look up in the sky. Is it a bird?
Hey, what are you guys, crazy?
Is it a plane?
I should damn well hope not.
No, yes, it's
Who the hell are you?
It's Remo Williams,
Ta-da!
an all-American hero.
People here in New York have manners.
Who learned all he knows from one little man.
I am not entirely dissatisfied. Oh, he always talks like that. He's Korean.
Join Joel Grey and Fred Ward for an action-packed adventure.
I personally guarantee it.
Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins on Festival.
You are an actress, Miss Farmer.
She was a woman with a dream.
And your job is to act.
A woman with the will to make it come true her own way.
Tootsie.
Frances Farmer quickly made a name for herself.
You're a movie star now. If you give them what they want, you can get anything.
Harry, I don't have what they want.
And a reputation.
On behalf of the Seattle Ladies Club, as a token of our vast admiration.
So she tried to buck the system.
That's here has written a wonderful play. I think it's time to take the gloves off. Let's go to bed.
I thought we were supposed to be different.
It's money.
Jessica Lange, in a performance critics have called magnificent, is Frances. Broadway cheated her. Hollywood punished her. And that was just the beginning of the nightmare. The tragic story of Frances Farmer.
In October, Festival brings you two post-war classics from an era of heightened world tension known as the Cold War. First, Henry Fonda, Walter Matthau, and Frank Overton must stop an accidental nuclear attack.
Get me the president. Things are getting out of hand.
A group of our bombers, each loaded with two 20-megaton bombs, is flying towards your country.
I think if our bombers get through, the Russians will surrender.
Fail Safe, also starring Larry Hagman and Dom DeLuise. Then Richard Widmark's a naval captain obsessed with finding a Soviet sub.
I'm proud to be an old-fashioned patriot, and I'd destroy any enemy if it meant saving my country.
Sidney Poitier's a journalist who demands answers.
Would you attack a Russian submarine?
The quarry is a specific Russian submarine, but if he fires one, I'll fire one.
The Bedford Incident, also starring Martin Balsam, James MacArthur, and Donald Sutherland. So this month, relive the action, drama, and suspense of the Cold War on Festival.
From the ever-present dangling cigarette to the voice that touched the minds of America, Festival captures the essence of Edward R. Murrow, the man who gave purpose, meaning, and a conscience to broadcast journalism. Filmed on location in London and New York, Festival brings you on the scene for a closer look at a powerful film, Murrow.
Since Edward R. Murrow was a real-life character, lending authenticity to the role, the dress, the mannerisms was the main concern to the filmmakers. For instance, Daniel J. Travanti gave up smoking years ago. But since Murrow was never seen without a cigarette, an herbal mixture was used in the cigarettes Travanti handled. Of course, this wasn't all that Travanti did to bring out the personality of Murrow.
I asked for all the tapes available, videotapes and audio tapes of his broadcasts from London. I heard those, and I saw the tapes of the first broadcast of See It Now, a number of interviews on Person to Person, the famous McCarthy broadcasts, 1954, March and April, 54. And I read about I read 2 complete books and in 3 or 4 others, accounts of the time and Murrow specifically. It was fun.
Dabney Coleman, who portrays the founder and president of CBS, William Paley, was also concerned about the authenticity of his character, particularly so because of the controversy surrounding Paley's position in regard to Murrow's broadcasts.
I went into this part knowing a little bit more because we're talking about a real character and one that I had done some research on in several different ways and read about, word of mouth. And so my perceptions from what I had read were mostly genuinely positive. The writing is maybe concerned about a certain event that might put him in a negative light, but to me, having done the other research, I can understand his position, I can understand the way and the manner in which, and having had to make the decision he made. So I still see him as a very positive character. I fought for you, Ed. I maneuvered and I wheedled and I backed you all the way. Because I believe in you. And your conscience and your integrity. God, I love it. I love you. But you've had the easy path, my friend. It's no trick to be a saint when somebody else is setting up the stage for your miracles. Where do you think you'd be if it is
the most
self-centered, let me finish! Where do you think you'd be if it hadn't been for me taking the heat?
As with the rest of the Murrow cast, Edward Herman, as Murrow's friend and producer Fred Friendly, also succeeds at presenting a true-to-life character.
I loved the impatience the moral impatience of Friendly. He wanted to push ahead regardless. So that I went for those qualities rather than a look-alike or a sound-alike.
Jack Gold, who directed the critically acclaimed film Sakharov, was certain that the main traits of Murrow's character would be handled expertly by none other than Daniel J. Travanti.
The characteristics of Furillo, of a man who seems to think before he opens his mouth and talks and acts, and seems to have a sort of moral integrity about the work he's doing, seem to be fitting like a glove over Travanti.
I want to make a little announcement, something about the climate of unreasoning fear we're living in. And next week, we'll deal with one aspect of that fear. McCarthy next week. I think we'd better.
From the largest down to the smallest detail, the cast and crew of Murrow concentrate on realism. Still, it was the relationship between the CBS president and Edward R. Murrow that remained the key ingredient.
I think it was a remarkable relationship insofar as Mr. Paley owned the entire network, really had carte blanche. He could pretty much do as he pleased, though he had pressures, as he says in the film, from the FCC and political quarters. But because he believed in Murrow, respected him, loved him, he supported him, and if it hadn't been for Paley, Murrow really couldn't have done all that he did, probably. And of course, Paley's network would not have had the kind of respect, the degree of respect, prestige, at least in terms of news broadcasting, that it had if it hadn't been for Murrow.
So join us for the powerful story of Edward R. Murrow, the man called a disturber of peace, a collector of injustices, who, until he died, fought for a conscience, the conscience of broadcasting.
Good night, and good luck.
Murrow, this month on Festival.
It must have been that hot desert wind. The kind of wind that makes the hair curl on the back of your neck. That night, that's when the trouble began. And suddenly he was there. Strong. Hot like the wind. And nothing seemed to matter anymore.
Marlowe, he's back.
World at war, an arsenal of democracy was born. Rationed food, war bonds, victory gardens, defense plans. Young men were inducted.
This is the Army, Mr. Brown.
Women were soldiers without guns. Stars came out to save the country. And the music played on. Dick Cavett, your guide to yesteryear, 1942.
That jingle, jangle, jingle. Jingle.
Welcome back. You're watching Festival. It's an exciting new service that's available from your local cable company. You know, if you haven't tried a premium service, or maybe you had a premium service and you've canceled it, I hope you try what Festival has got to offer. I should mention, if you have HBO or Cinemax, you're probably enjoying that programming. But if you feel like there's been too much sex or violence or excessive language, you're going to find Festival a great addition. In fact, one of the things I want to call your attention to is that each and every month, as a subscriber, you'll receive the Festival Guide. Gives you all the information you need to know. In fact, let me share with you what's coming up. In the months ahead, Cocoon, The Cotton Club. How about that great musical chorus line? Or a collection of Charlie Chaplin films. Oliver, Cat Ballou, and in January, stand by, we've got Rocky IV coming your way. Now again, if you'd like to add this service to your lineup of terrific premium programming, it's 1-800-982-0200 is the number that you can call. And again, I'm told that some of the local cable companies still have their local telephone numbers up. Call to find out what that special offer is. And of course, we want to say now it's time to go to the movies. Coming up next, Murrow.
A special presentation of the Festival Free Preview with your host, Les Reed.
Hello, welcome back. This, of course, is day number 2, and I hope you've been enjoying the sample of the great premium programming that's available from Festival. In case you're joining us for the first time, Festival is a brand new service. Well, you just had an example of one of the great movies, Murrow, with Daniel J. Travanti. This is one of those great dramas that we have heard from you, the viewer, that continues to ask for strong plots and strong character lines. And I know the next movie coming up, it's a great classic, same type of movie, East of Eden with James Dean. That's the programming that you'll see. It's this great new premium service that's available, quality entertainment, and carefully selected. Now, if you'd like to add it to your lineup of programming, give us a call right now. The number on the screen, 1-800-982-0200. Now, again, I want to remind you, well, for you folks down in Raleigh, North Carolina, we launched that service about 4 months ago, and it is one of the fastest growing services. Terrell Mayton tells me that the folks love it down there. And why? Because you don't find all of the problems with the sex and the violence, too much violence, and people feel very comfortable with this programming in the home. So if you've been thinking about it, if you've never had a premium service before, go ahead and give us that call and try it. Festival is the type programming that you can trust because of the high standards that are set. Very selective with the shows that you're going to see. And of course, when it comes to value, you've got a great lineup of programming. It offers you the variety that you've been looking for. And of course, if you want to see more about the great programming, well, you're going to miss some of this great programming if you don't call and order right now. Take a look at what you're going to miss. Watch this.
Come home to great entertainment.
You're never alone when you come home to great entertainment. You just can't lose when you're choosing Festival.
At Festival, we believe great entertainment is more than just a pretty face. It's entertainment the way they used to make it.
Festival.
Compelling characters and true-life dramas, classic films, and the new movies that have won critical acclaim and audience respect. We look for strong stories without strong language. Comedy that doesn't have to offend to entertain. From center stage to America's heartland to the far exotic corners of the earth, we bring you great entertainment the whole family can enjoy.
You're never alone when you come home to great entertainment. You just can't lose when you're choosing Festival.
Cal Trask is in search of truth.
I guess there's just a certain amount of good and bad you get from your parents, and I just got the bad. That's not true.
Cal, listen to me. You can make of yourself anything you want. It's up to you. A man has a choice.
His choice was to look into the past in his struggle to understand the present.
I gotta know who I am. I gotta know what I'm like.
He must live with the pain of finding a mother he never knew he had.
Here, you might as well look at this now. It's a picture of your father and your mother on their wedding day. The first person I've ever showed it to.
Well, I knew it was true.
How did you know it was true?
Because she ain't no good and I ain't no good. I knew there was a reason why I wasn't.
But some things are better left unknown.
I know why you didn't love me. Because I'm like my mother, and you never forgave yourself for having loved her.
The legendary James Dean stars with Raymond Massey and Joe Van Fleet in John Steinbeck's powerful family drama, East of Eden, this month on Festival.
Rob Salinger's happily married to Mickey.
Hold on one second, darling.
Rob desperately wants a child.
Come on, Mickey, just one child.
But Mickey doesn't have time to make a dinner date.
I can't be a mother and a judge at the same time.
Let alone a baby. Enter Maude.
You have wonderful eyes.
Wonderful eyes?
Who gave him the one thing his wife never did.
I'm pregnant.
Until now.
I'm pregnant.
What?
Dudley Moore, Amy Irving, Anne Reinking.
Mrs. Salinger?
And guess what? He's not even dreaming.
You have 2 wives. You're about to have 2 kids. Don't you see something wrong in that?
It'll work out.
If Rob survives this one, who knows what to expect next?
I guess I'm next.
Oh, I don't think he's got the time.
He'll need a good lawyer.
This is my husband.
This is my husband, Rob.
Because Mickey and Maude are about to give birth.
She's my wife!
Mickey and Maude, a howling comedy.
Meet Jan Cheney. When she's good, she's very, very good. But when she's bad, she's Maxie.
I was possessed by Maxie Malone.
Would you be so kind as to explain your behavior this evening?
Maxine Malone was in my body and you slept with her.
Honey, I told her to leave.
I was good.
What I think I saw has major implications, honey. Honey?
Make the bed. Make mine a Bronx cocktail neat. Light the light. Thanks, babykins. Now we're cooking with gas. I'll arrive late tonight.
She really had a big day, didn't she?
Blackbird.
Glenn Close
Don't touch me.
And Glenn Close.
How's about doing it in the closet?
Mandy Patinkin. And Ruth Gordon in Maxie.
See you later.
Sweet Apple was a quiet little town until...
I'm Red Bird.
Oh, that birdie's coming this way, Apple. The kid's me.
Give me one last kiss. One last kiss.
And the town goes wild as Paul Lynde
Kids, I don't know what's wrong with these kids today.
and Dick Van Dyke
Why look so awfully tragic? Put on a happy face.
try to keep up with Anne Margaret.
Life's a ball, if only you know it. Yeah, and it's all just waiting for you.
All the dancing, all the singing,
So put on a happy face.
it's all here in this hit family musical.
Bye, bye, bye.
On Festival.
Miss you so.
Now there's one of the best examples of what's coming your way from Festival. You know, in looking to the months ahead, one of the great programs coming up, it's on center stage. It's Linda Ronstadt with the one and only, the late Nelson Riddle and his terrific orchestra. This is a terrific show that I know you're going to find as the type of quality entertainment that you like to have. And of course, looking to the months ahead, if you like ladies of song, how about Barbra Streisand? She'll be coming up with Funny Girl and Funny Lady. This is the kind of quality programming that you can trust on Festival. If you're tired of those silly teenage beach party movies, believe me, quality is what Festival is all about. And of course, if you're in Mountain Home, Arkansas, Dennis Yoakum tells me that the folks on home cable TV love the excitement of the new Festival service. And if you'd like to have this service, 1-800-982-0200 is the number that you can call right now. But don't forget, if there's a local number on your screen, give them a call and ask them about the special offer. It's for a limited time only. Tell you what I'd like to do. Before we go to the movie, operators at the 800 number, to the next 20 people who call, and I hope you're going to call and order up the excitement of Festival, we're going to give you a T-shirt. And don't forget, coming up next, it's a Steinbeck novel. It's one of the great Hollywood classics, East of Eden with James Dean. Hope you enjoy the movie. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Festival.
When wacky Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner get mixed up in murder, it's not exactly a closed case, because there's still some hanky-panky going on. Next.
And now, a special presentation of the Festival Free Preview with your host, Les Reed.
Hello there, welcome back. This is Festival, and I hope you've enjoyed that example of a great classic movie. It's part of the Festival schedule, East of Eden. And of course, this is day number 2 of our 4-day free preview. Now, there's 2 more days left, but I want to be sure you stay tuned, because coming up next, Hanky Panky with Gene Wilder and Gilda Radner. Can I tell you a little story? They had so much fun making that movie, they decided to get married, going through life together after making one movie. But again, it's coming up in the Festival schedule. Tomorrow, we've got Jagged Edge with Glenn Close and the one and only Jeff Bridges, along with Philip Marlowe, Private Eye, that's with Powers Booth. And of course, we've got the true story, Eleni, with Kate Milligan. Now, if you'd like more of this kind of programming, we have got the one and only, wait till you hear this one. Any John Wayne fans? You bet. The Duke's coming up on Festival in Blood Alley. You say you want to keep it coming? I don't blame you, because we are hearing now from across the country, people are saying, yes, you're right. This is the kind of programming we're looking for, and it can be yours by calling 1-800-982-0200. But I want to remind you, some of you will see a local telephone number on your screen right now. If you have that local number, be sure and call your local cable company and ask them about the special offer for a festival installation. It's for a limited time only, so I encourage you to give them a call right now. And of course, if you're in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, you're enjoying your festival preview on Cable TV Northwest. Again, from what we hear, the folks really enjoy it out there. In fact, you know, the folks in Minnesota say we're a little fussy with what we watch. We just don't go to the movies and see any old show. Well, that's what Festival was created for. It's created for the fussy viewer who has more standards for better quality, those higher standards. When it comes to comedy, just not ragtag comedy. You want good comedy, good films. And of course, it's yours, whether it's center stage, whether it's the classics from Hollywood, foreign films. You can know that we've got the best in programming coming your way. And of course, you don't have to worry about Festival having too much sex or violence, too much bad language. So you're going to find it a great addition, and you're also going to find a monthly guide for Festival. It's yours free each and every month as a subscriber. And don't forget, you'll be able to see this excitement. To order it, you just have to call 1-800-982-0200. That's the number that you can call right now. You know, I was talking before about the high standards. Well, there's more classics like Bye Bye Birdie. Let me take a look with you and show you the excitement of what's coming up on Festival. Watch this.
Multiple stab wounds. The wounds are jagged. The blade must have some kind of serration.
You think I killed my wife? Prove it.
Jeff Bridges is the defendant whose charm could conceal a cold-blooded killer.
I want you to look as though your life has been shattered.
My life has been shattered.
Glenn Close, the defense counsel whose professional concern leads to personal involvement.
Is he psychopathic? No. But he's manipulative.
He is an Iceman.
And Peter Coyote, the prosecutor whose ambitions rest on the verdict.
Really think he could have done that to his own wife?
You murder your wife to take all the money? That is the oldest crime in the world.
You're never gonna get him off.
If he didn't do it, I'll get him off.
What was your relationship to him?
He was my lover.
I had an affair with somebody. That doesn't mean I killed my wife.
Jagged Edge. On Festival.
Festival is proud to present one of the greatest performers of our time in an exciting television appearance.
The performing artist has nothing else but the time in which he lives, or she lives, to be accepted.
In a lifetime as a performing artist, Harry Belafonte has delighted audiences around the world, seeking to elicit their participation in his one-of-a-kind concerts.
For me, a successful evening is when I get an audience engaged and they will have a dialogue with me. Please, may we have a chord? I don't think my ears deceive me. Let us try this.
Matilda is not one of my better Belafonte songs.
It's not just about keeping you subliminally patting your foot or boogieing to the rhythm. It's about, if you kick into the words that are being imparted, you'll find there's a lot of information.
In the course of a musical evening, Belafonte offers a wide-ranging repertoire, timeless, topical, and drawn from a diversity of cultures.
Everybody, including the audience, there's a large third world influence in the evening, but there are also some classic songs and some new songs that people are not familiar with, and others that they've heard before. I mean, everybody has at one time or another, I suspect, heard the Banana Boat song.
You must be kidding. You don't want to hear that song.
It's there. But I refuse to sing it any longer without audience participation.
As Belafonte has not been in front of the cameras for some time, he now welcomes the opportunity to act in concert.
I can be a buffoon or a clown 1 minute, and I can be very serious or very tender. I can be a parent. I can be a lover.
Playing several roles in performance comes naturally to an artist already adept at juggling the several facets of his career. Countless new projects are waiting in the wings, but choosing among them does present a challenge.
For me, being in this industry is like a guerrilla war. You have to strike, hit when the iron's hot, get away before anybody really understood what took place, and then move on to the next thing.
Harry Belafonte, Don't Stop the Carnival, here on Festival.
Take a look at the great entertainment you'll welcome home in October on Festival. Attorney Glenn Close must choose between her heart and her integrity when she defends Jeff Bridges in The Jagged Edge. Then, Daniel J. Travanti stars as one of America's most beloved newsmen, Edward R. Murrow.
Good night.
And you classic movie lovers won't want to miss the legendary James Dean.
I gotta know who I am.
In East of Eden, the film that catapulted him to stardom. October also brings a special look at the fabulous 40s, the big bands, Pearl Harbor, Life on the Home Front, and 4 great films with stars like Burt Lancaster and Montgomery Clift in From Here to Eternity. And if you love a good murder mystery, Emmy Award winner Powers Booth is back with 4 more suspenseful episodes as
Marlowe, Philip Marlowe.
You're never alone when you come home. It's great entertainment. You just can't lose when you're choosing Festival.
Come on!
Join us in October for all this great entertainment and more on
Festival.
Now there is a good example of the great programming that you're going to have to pick and choose from. That variety, the choice, the selection that Festival offers you and your family. Welcome back. We have one more quick moment to remind you that you can call and order the excitement of Festival in your home, the great programming, by reaching for your telephone right now. 1-800-982-0200. That's the number to call. But now remember, if there is a local phone number on your screen, give your cable company a call. Hear about the special offer they have to have Festival installed in your home. If you've never ever tried a premium service before, or if you've had a premium service and canceled it, I want you to try Festival. Why? Because Festival offers quality. It offers that carefully selected programming. None of those silly plots, none of those teenage hippie movies that you say, what did we go to see that for? Good, strong stories make good movies, and that's what you're going to find on Festival. And of course, when you have Festival in the home, the whole family can enjoy it together. It's a nice opportunity to get the family together and not feel worried about too much language or excessive violence. You're going to find it a great addition. And of course, one thing you'll find about Festival programming in your home, you can trust the programming every month. Coming up next, of course, is Hanky Panky, Gene Wilder. Great, funny movie. But before we do it, operators, and I'm talking to the operators at our national phone bank at the 800 number, you have an opportunity right now, sitting in the comfort of your own home, to have a T-shirt. To the next 20 callers, operator, I would like to give away a T-shirt. And I hope you're going to call and order up the excitement of Festival, a great premium programming service. Thanks for being with us. I'll see you after the movie.